Some movie sets in the United States have more than just actors and cameras. They also have ghosts. These haunted film locations are known for strange sounds, creepy feelings, and even ghost sightings. Here are some of the most haunted film locations in the USA. Number 1. Greystone Mansion, Beverly Hills, California. Greystone Mansion in Beverly Hills, California, is a grand and beautiful estate. But behind its beauty lies a dark and mysterious past. Many people believe the mansion is haunted, and strange stories about it have been told for decades. The mansion's eerie atmosphere and its connection to these tragic events have made it a popular location for filmmakers. Several movies have been shot at Greystone Mansion, including The Big Lebowski 1998, Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle 2003, and The Murderer's Row 1966. Its grand architecture and beautiful grounds make it the perfect backdrop for films, but its dark past only adds to its mysterious appeal. The mansion was built in the 1920s by oil tycoon Edward Doheny for his son, Ned Doheny. Ned moved in with his wife and children, but their happiness didn't last long. In 1929, just a few months after moving in, Ned and his close friend and assistant, Hugh Plunkett, were found dead inside the house. The official story was that Hugh shot Ned and then turned the gun on himself. But many people think there's more to the story. Some believe there was a cover-up or that the deaths were linked to a scandal involving Edward Doheny. The mystery has never been fully solved, which makes the mansion even more eerie. Since then, visitors and staff have reported strange things happening in the mansion. People have heard footsteps when no one is around, doors opening and closing by themselves, and whispers in empty rooms. Cold spots are often felt, and some say they've seen shadowy figures or felt like they were being watched. Many believe that the spirits of Ned and Hugh never left and that they are still trapped in the mansion, repeating the tragic events over and over. Even though Greystone Mansion is now a public park and used for filming movies, the spooky stories continue. Some visitors say they feel uneasy while walking through the halls or hear strange sounds during tours. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the tragic history and ongoing reports of paranormal activity make Greystone Mansion one of the most haunted places in California. Number 2. Pioneer Saloon, Goodsprings, Nevada. The Pioneer Saloon in Goodsprings, Nevada, is one of the oldest bars in the state. It opened in 1913 and has a long, wild history. While it may look like an old Western saloon from the outside, many believe it is also one of the most haunted places in Nevada. The Pioneer Saloon is also known for its connection to Hollywood. Several movies have been filmed there, adding to the mysterious atmosphere. It was featured in the 1991 movie The Wish and in The Hangman 2017. The saloon's historic and spooky setting makes it the perfect location for filming movies that need an old, Western-style backdrop. One of the main ghost stories at the Pioneer Saloon comes from a tragic event that happened in 1915. A man named Paul Kowski was caught cheating during a poker game. An argument broke out, and he was shot and killed right there in the saloon. The bullet holes are still in the wall, and some say Paul's ghost never left. People have seen shadowy figures, heard voices, and even felt cold spots near the poker table where he died. Another famous ghost linked to the saloon is Carole Lombard, a Hollywood actress. In 1942, she died in a plane crash on nearby Mount Potosi. After the crash, her husband, actor Clark Gable, waited at the saloon for days, hoping she would be found alive. Some people believe her spirit visits the saloon because of the strong emotions tied to that moment in time. Visitors and staff have reported strange happenings over the years. Lights flicker, doors open and close by themselves, and people hear footsteps when no one is around. Some say they feel watched or hear whispers coming from empty corners. The saloon has been investigated by ghost hunters and featured on TV shows about the paranormal. Many believe the spirits remain because of the strong history, sudden deaths, and emotional energy left behind. Number 3. The Roosevelt Hotel, Los Angeles, California. The Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles, California, is a beautiful and historic hotel that opened in 1927. It was named after President Theodore Roosevelt and quickly became a popular spot for Hollywood stars. But behind its glamour and fame, many people believe the hotel is haunted. The Roosevelt Hotel is not only known for its hauntings, but also for its role in Hollywood history. Many classic movies have been filmed here, including The Godfather, Catch Me If You Can, and The Dark Knight. The hotel's glamorous setting made it the perfect location for movie stars to gather and filmmakers to shoot iconic scenes. One of the most famous ghost stories at the Roosevelt Hotel is about Marilyn Monroe. She lived at the hotel for a while and often stayed in room 1200. After her death in 1962, guests started reporting strange things. Some say they've seen her ghost in the mirror in her old room, while others claim they've felt her presence or seen her reflection when no one was there. Another ghost said to haunt the hotel is Montgomery Clift, a well-known actor from the 1950s. He stayed in room 928 while filming a movie. People have reported hearing trumpet music, even though no one is playing. Some guests have also felt cold spots or a strange presence in that room. There are other unexplained events throughout the hotel. Lights flicker without reason, elevators move on their own, and people hear voices or footsteps in empty hallways. Staff members and guests have shared stories of doors opening by themselves and sudden drops in temperature. Some believe the hauntings are connected to the many famous people who once stayed there. The hotel was the location of the first Academy Awards, and many stars lived and partied there. With so much energy and emotion tied to the building, it's easy to believe that some spirits never left. The Roosevelt Hotel has been visited by ghost hunters and featured in TV shows about the paranormal. Many believe the spirits remain because they were once happy or deeply connected to the hotel. Number 4. The Myrtles Plantation, St. Francisville, Louisiana. The Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana, is known as one of the most haunted homes in America. Built in 1796, this old Southern house has a long and mysterious history. Many people believe that spirits still walk its halls, and ghost stories have been told there for generations. One of the most famous movies shot there is The Myrtles Plantation, The Haunted Tour, a documentary that explores the history and ghost stories surrounding the plantation. The plantation also appeared in the 2011 movie The Skeleton Key, starring Kate Hudson, which added to its reputation as a place with paranormal activity. One of the most famous ghost stories is about a woman named Chloe. According to legend, Chloe was an enslaved woman who worked in the house. Some say she wore a green turban and was caught eavesdropping on the owner's conversations. As punishment, her ear was cut off. Later, it's said she baked a poisoned cake that killed 2 of the family's children. After that, she was hanged by other slaves. Many guests say they've seen her ghost, still wearing the green turban, walking through the halls or appearing in photos. Another reason the plantation is believed to be haunted is because of the many deaths that happened there. Over the years, people in the house died from illness, murder, or accidents. Some say the spirits of these people never left and still try to make contact with the living. Visitors and staff have reported strange events at the Myrtles Plantation. Doors open and close by themselves. Footsteps are heard when no one is around, and cold spots appear without warning. Some people even say they've seen ghostly figures looking out from the windows or standing near the beds. The Grand Staircase is another haunted spot. Guests have felt like they were being watched or have seen a ghostly figure on the stairs. There are also stories of furniture moving on its own and children's laughter coming from empty rooms. Number 5. Mount Washington Hotel, Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. The Mount Washington Hotel in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, is a beautiful and historic hotel. It opened in 1902 and was once a popular destination for wealthy guests. The hotel is known for its grand architecture, stunning views, and luxurious accommodations. However, many believe it is also haunted, with ghostly stories that have been told for years. The hotel has also been the location for several famous movies, which may add to its mysterious reputation. The 1980 horror movie The Shining was inspired by the Mount Washington Hotel with its eerie atmosphere and isolated location in the mountains. The hotel also appeared in the legend of Frosty the Snowman, further cementing its place in pop culture. One of the most famous ghost stories is about the hotel's original owner, Joseph Stickney. He passed away in 1903, just 1 year after the hotel opened. His wife, Carolyn, continued to live in the hotel after his death. Some say she never fully recovered from the loss and that her spirit still haunts the hotel. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a woman in a long, white gown walking through the halls or standing by the windows. Many believe this is Carolyn Stickney, still keeping watch over the place she loved. Another haunted spot in the hotel is the Grand Ballroom. Over the years, many guests have reported hearing the sound of music and laughter when the ballroom is empty. Some claim to see shadowy figures dancing in the room, as though the spirits of past guests are still celebrating. The hotel's third floor is also known for strange occurrences. Guests have reported hearing unexplained noises, such as footsteps, knocking sounds, and doors opening or closing by themselves. Some have even said they've seen apparitions or felt cold spots in the hallways. Many people believe that the hotel's long history, the loss of loved ones, and the emotional energy left behind have contributed to the hauntings. The hotel also played a role in history, hosting the 1944 Bretton Woods Conference, which shaped the world's financial future. All of this adds to the mysterious energy of the hotel. Number 6. Bonaventure Cemetery, Savannah, Georgia. Bonaventure Cemetery in Savannah, Georgia, is one of the most beautiful cemeteries in the United States. With its old oak trees, Spanish moss, and historic graves, it looks peaceful. But many people believe it is also one of the most haunted places in the South. The cemetery opened in the 1800s and has thousands of graves, some over 150 years old. Many of the people buried here lived through hard times like war, disease, and tragedy. Some say the strong emotions tied to these events have left behind spirits that still wander the grounds. Bonaventure Cemetery has also been featured in a number of movies, which only adds to its mysterious reputation. The most famous film shot here is Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil 1997, directed by Clint Eastwood. This film is based on a true story and features scenes in the cemetery, particularly around the graves of historical figures. One of the most well-known ghost stories is about a little girl named Gracie Watson. She died from illness at only 6 years old in 1889. Her grave has a life-size statue of her, and many visitors say they feel her spirit nearby. Some have heard a child crying or laughing, while others claim the statue moves or even sheds tears. Another famous ghost is that of a woman who is often seen walking through the cemetery in a long dress. People say she appears near the graves of her family and vanishes when they get close. Some think she is watching over her loved ones, even in death. Visitors have also reported strange sounds, such as footsteps on gravel, whispers in the wind, and sudden cold chills. Cameras sometimes stop working, and photos taken in the cemetery sometimes show strange lights or shadowy figures. Many ghost hunters and paranormal experts believe Bonaventure Cemetery is full of energy from the past. The mix of beauty, history, and sorrow may be why spirits are said to still linger there. Today, people visit Bonaventure not only for its history and beauty, but also for its ghost stories.